Greetings, and welcome to the Quiet Minds channel, where introverts find their home. Here we unravel the mysteries of the introverted mind, and today we're setting our sights on the INFJ personality type and the intriguing phenomenon known as the INFJ Door Slam. Ever wondered why an INFJ might suddenly cut ties, leaving you in a whirlwind of confusion? Well, you're about to find out. So get ready as we look into the fascinating world of INFJs and their unique way, at times, of handling emotional distress. We love hearing from you, our viewers, as we look into the intriguing world of INFJs and the INFJ Door Slam. We're curious to know, have you ever experienced this phenomenon? Perhaps you're an INFJ who has had to resort to the door slam, or maybe you've been on the receiving end of it. We invite you to share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights and stories help us all gain a deeper understanding of this unique personality type and their coping mechanisms. If you're enjoying our deep dives into the introvert's world and want to stay updated with our latest videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your thoughts and experiences enrich our community, so don't be shy. We're all here to learn, grow, and understand each other better. Now let's move on to an in-depth look at the INFJ Door Slam. Ever found yourself thinking about why INFJs abruptly cease interacting with someone as if they suddenly closed a door? This phenomenon is what we refer to as the INFJ Door Slam. You might be pondering, what is this INFJ Door Slam all about? It's actually less theatrical than it sounds. The INFJ Door Slam is a figurative principle, a psychological barrier that INFJs, renowned for their kindness and empathy, erect when they sense their psychological and emotional well-being is under threat. An INFJ individual dedicates their time, resources, and emotions to a relationship. They go the extra mile, frequently exceeding expectations to ensure the other party's contentment. Yet, when they perceive a continuous imbalance, manipulation, or emotional harm, they might resort to what we term as the INFJ Door Slam. The door slam is not an act of aggression, but rather a defensive move. INFJs, owing to their innate sensitivity, can soak up others' feelings like a sponge. This emotional assimilation can be magnificent, but also taxing. When an INFJ feels bombarded by pessimism or manipulation, they may decide to create a space between themselves and the source for their own well-being. It's similar to a circuit breaker in an electrical system, averting damage by halting the current when it becomes excessive. Why does this occur? Upcoming scenes explain that INFJs are contemplative individuals who prioritize their mental tranquility and emotional well-being. They are choosy about who they allow into their lives and invest heavily in relationships. However, this also means they're vulnerable to emotional exhaustion and manipulation. When they detect harm, they might not engage in conflict or argument. Rather, they quietly withdraw themselves, shutting the metaphorical door. In essence, the door slam is a coping mechanism. It's a method for INFJs to safeguard their emotional realm. It's not about penalizing the other person, but about self-conservation. It's a quiet declaration that says, I prioritize my tranquility and emotional well-being, and I opt to disengage from dynamics. Therefore, the INFJ Door Slam, while puzzling, is a coping mechanism, a means to safeguard an INFJ's mental and emotional health. It's about self-preservation and maintaining a sound emotional environment in a world that can occasionally be overpowering. INFJs are renowned for their profound and significant relationships, though they often find themselves attracting manipulative personalities. Have you ever pondered over this? Now let's dive deeper into this phenomenon. INFJs, gifted with an empathetic and understanding nature, frequently become lighthouses for those seeking manipulation. They act like magnets attracting metal pieces, their nurturing and caring demeanor luring in narcissists and various manipulative personalities. Now you may question, why is it so? Well, narcissists gravitate towards those who can offer them the emotional validation they crave. And who's better at this than an INFJ? With an intuitive and emotional nature, INFJs are naturally capable of understanding and empathizing with others, which inadvertently makes them the ideal target for manipulation. However, this presents substantial challenges for the INFJ personality type. They may find themselves in a relationship or friendship for a considerable duration before acknowledging the scale of the manipulation. It's akin to being trapped in a labyrinth where every turn seems inviting but eventually leads to a dead end. They may feel exploited, used, and emotionally depleted, often puzzled about why they persistently find themselves in such predicaments. But here's the silver lining. By identifying these patterns, INFJs can navigate their relationships more successfully. They can learn to establish boundaries, to decline when required, and to safeguard their emotional health. This heightened self-awareness is an invaluable asset for the INFJ, enabling them to avoid manipulative personalities and foster healthier relationships. In essence, it's about comprehending their own propensities, their individual INFJ-ness, if you will. It's about recognizing that their empathetic nature, although a strength, can also act as a vulnerability if not treated with caution. It's about learning to balance their urge to assist and understand others with their personal emotional requirements. So, to all INFJs listening, bear this in mind. Your empathy is a privilege, but it doesn't have to be a liability. By being conscious of your own tendencies, you can traverse the intricate landscape of relationships more successfully, nurturing bonds that are both profound and healthy. Being aware of their own tendencies can aid INFJs in navigating relationships more successfully. Meet Carol, an INFJ who has experienced the door slam in her life and has learned valuable lessons from it. Carol is an INFJ, a personality type known for being introspective, empathetic, and idealistic. But like any other personality type, Carol has had her share of struggles in her relationships. The door slam, a phenomenon familiar to many INFJs, has been a part of her journey. Carol was always a magnet for people who seemed to need her help. She was often drawn into relationships where she'd find herself giving more than she was receiving. She'd pour her heart and soul into relationships, often feeling drained and unappreciated. It was a pattern she couldn't seem to break. Then, one day, she found herself at the precipice of another door slam. She was in a friendship that had turned toxic. Her friend was manipulative and self-centered, taking advantage of Carol's kindness and generosity. Carol was hurt, exhausted, and on the brink of slamming the door for good. But this time, Carol decided to take a step back. She started to learn more about her INFJ personality type, hoping to understand why she kept ending up in these draining relationships. She discovered that, as an INFJ, she was naturally empathetic and caring, traits that could attract manipulative individuals. She also learned that INFJs were prone to the door slam, a defense mechanism triggered when they felt their emotional well-being was under threat. Armed with this knowledge, she realized that she didn't have to slam the door every time a relationship turned sour. She just needed to set better boundaries and recognize the signs of manipulation earlier. She started to practice assertiveness, expressing her needs and feelings openly. She learned to say no when she felt overwhelmed and to distance herself from people who didn't respect her boundaries. This new understanding didn't just help Carol avoid the door slam, it also improved her relationships overall. She found that being honest about her needs led to more balanced and fulfilling relationships. She attracted people who respected her boundaries and appreciated her for who she was. Carol's journey wasn't easy. It took courage to confront her patterns and make changes. But every step she took brought her closer to understanding herself and living a more authentic life. She learned that the door slam wasn't a failure, but a sign that she needed to take better care of herself. And most importantly, she learned that being true to herself was the best way to build healthy and rewarding relationships. Carol's story is a testament to the power of self-awareness and understanding in improving our relationships and overall life. She shows us that understanding our personality traits can help us navigate the complexities of our relationships better, enabling us to lead happier and more fulfilling lives. Through her journey, we see that the door slam, while painful, can be a catalyst for positive change and self-discovery. The INFJ door slam, while necessary, is not without its pain. This act, often a last resort for the INFJ, can leave a deep emotional imprint on both parties involved. It's like a silent scream, a final goodbye that echoes within the corridors of their heart, leaving a space that once held a cherished connection. For the person on the receiving end, it's like a sudden disappearance, a vanishing act that leaves them questioning, searching for answers. It can be a jarring experience, one that may leave them feeling bewildered, hurt, and even lost. Yet for the INFJ, the door slam is not carried out lightly. It's the culmination of emotional exhaustion, of feeling misunderstood, or worse, manipulated. It's a protective measure, a boundary set in place to safeguard their emotional well-being. Yet it extracts a heavy toll on them too. It's a painful self-extraction, a severing of ties that once mattered deeply. But within this pain lies a profound lesson. Understanding and managing this aspect of the INFJ personality is crucial for their emotional health. It's about recognizing when to set boundaries, when to walk away, and when to stay and fight for a relationship. It's about learning to navigate their emotional world with greater ease, authenticity, and self-respect. In the end, the door slam is not about shutting people out, but rather about allowing the INFJ to remain true to themselves, to protect their inner peace, and to grow from the experience. Understanding the door slam can help INFJs navigate their emotional world with greater ease and authenticity. The INFJ Door Slam is a captivating aspect of the INFJ personality. We've looked deep into their profound emotional realm and their instinct to safeguard it. We've taken a more detailed expedition into this mesmerizing territory, studying what it is, why it occurs, and its significant effect on interpersonal dynamics. Unavoidably, the door slam can be a hurtful event for all individuals implicated. However, it is frequently a compulsory measure for the emotional well-being of an INFJ. In the narrative of Carol, we've witnessed how a superior comprehension of oneself can morph this demanding situation into an apparatus for personal development and more robust relationships. These revelations are not solely for the INFJs in our midst, but for anyone who engages with this intricate and intensely empathetic personality type. Early detection of manipulation, honoring disparities, and accepting the need for personal space are critical teachings we all can benefit from. Keep in mind, understanding oneself is the initial stride towards leading a more joyous and healthier existence. We're glad you're accompanying us on this extended exploration into the INFJ universe. Before we wrap up, we have a question for you. Have you ever experienced the INFJ door slam in your life? Perhaps you've been on the receiving end, or maybe you're an INFJ who has had to resort to this drastic measure. We invite you to share your experiences in the comments section below. Your stories, your insights, and your wisdom can help others understand this complex personality trait and navigate their relationships more effectively. If you have found value in this video and wish to dive deeper into the fascinating world of psychology, personality types, and interpersonal dynamics, please subscribe to our channel. We have a wealth of content planned for you, and we can't wait to share it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join our Quiet Minds community. We are eager to hear your stories. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing. And we'll see you in the next video.